Alright, hello vicarious mercenaries, proxy ninjas, and pop culture PhDs. It's almost Friday, if you're into that sort of thing. So, we're coming at you from Studio E on Hyperstream 2.1 for a throwback Thursday slash late night edition of the Rec Room, 10:30 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. So, if you're new to the Rec Room, well, whether you're a creator or spectator or somewhere in between, this is your virtual lounge for pop culture randomness, a double dose of gaming, and a splash of dry humor. And all, as always, the potential for memory loss. So currently we're specializing in strategy, stealth, sandboxes, and shenanigans, virtual, real world, or otherwise. So yeah, for these evenings, we're usually on Ninja Gaiden Black for the time being, so I'll get to that more here in a second. Um, so I will say that we're a few minutes late tonight, not for technical reasons for a change, just because yeah, I kind of ate dinner a little earlier than usual on the hamster wheel, and so as exiting, I was like, I'm stopping to get a snack, so it's my fault. I'll own it this time. So, no other crazy stuff. Thankfully, for the most part, things have been running pretty smooth this week. So, I know we've had a couple rocky episodes on Ninja Gaiden here, but I have not adjusted the settings at all. And I'm hoping that we don't get any delay, because I know for some reason last week, and actually even now, it's still popping up in a higher percentage. So, I'm kind of hoping that will be mitigated by the time we actually get started. But I'll get more into that once we're on Ninja Gaiden. So, try to remember my order of operations, because I know I'm not supposed to be talking as much unless I got something relevant. Well, I got a couple things to go through tonight. So first off, housekeeping. Two things. One of which I meant to say this on Tuesday, but I guess I'll bring it up tonight because better late than never. I wanted to say thank you to our mod supporters and those who've been sharing out the show on Pilled, specifically Wild Irish Rose, Sheriff Hector, and Ohio Kimmy. So I noticed I get the notifications when people are helping share out the show, and it is greatly appreciated. And of course, I can never promote Pilled enough, because we've got the awesome community over there, and they've been the most helpful. But I appreciate, if you're hanging out with us for whichever platform you're on. And speaking of which, so one thing I noticed, I think it was Tuesday when we had Mech Warrior. I know we have some regulars, and ever since we had the schedule shake up at last September, it's been tough with this late night block. I mean, I know we've had some pretty healthy support when it comes to our official outing, because it's an earlier time zone on Sundays. But it is really tough for the late Eastern block. But I mean, I've stuck with it. I don't think I've missed anything for other reasons beyond just being out of town or any other stuff like that. So I'm doing my best to be consistent for you guys, but I saw that somebody, I think, was on for a good chunk of our Mech Warrior stream, so I appreciate that. So whoever, whether it was one of you regulars or somebody new, glad to have whoever's hanging out and watching, because I know the platforms all vary by numbers on being able to even find out how many are on, let alone length of time. So I know Twitch has one advantage in the sense that it kind of give you a breakdown of how long people are watching for. And I know a lot of the time it's not for very long, so people are like, oh, that's nice, click, So, hey, I appreciate that if you're hanging out long enough for my rambling and strategy madness while going through some stuff. So, hey, thanks for hanging out. I don't have much to talk about under the hood, where I kind of get into some of this project stuff going on around here. The only little thing that comes to mind is that I've got a local contact on me talking to next week, who has some experience in the self-publishing realm, and regardless of whether or not I go the self-publishing route, or if I find an agent or a publisher for the first book in the Firewall Protocol saga, Ascendant Chaos, I'll go with kind of whatever is best, to get a good jump start, or best for the franchise. But at least the person I'm meeting up with has some experience with doing all kinds of publishing prep, so that's huge, and in this modern digital age, so many times we have to go to the internet and YouTube and all these things for resources, and it's tough. It's never as easy to try to figure out where all the information is when you got, thanks to AI now and search engine optimization, it's tough to find the stuff you need. So I will tout that it's always better to have somebody who personally, who if you've got access to somebody, ask them questions. So I'm hoping to do that next week. So we'll see where that goes, because it's been kind of rough last couple weeks trying to learn the publishing process. Like I've had family members pass along, leads and stuff, and in some of these cases, the information they're finding either on social media or on television has not been the most traditional of natures, and some of it's been kind of suspect. And it's not anything, to fault those who've been sharing it, but just there's so much stuff you got to watch out for, especially when you're dealing with something, a deep property that you own and you want to protect. I mean, you want to share it with people, but at the same time, not at the expense of somebody else who's going to try to pull the rug out from under you. So the reason I bring that up is because, this is a huge journey. The rec room and other stuff this is kind of like the marketing mule. So I'm going to be talking about other stuff we got going on here. But because I'm a novice in some of these creative realms, I hope that maybe something I go through will help others of you out there. I know this is, kind of gaming centric, but at the same time, I try to keep it, a little bit more broader in nature so that there's other things to talk about. There was one other thing I just picked up, and it actually does relate to the publishing process. So I don't track much in the tabletop or card game, board game world anymore. Even then, I wasn't, very much into it, like, say, 10 years ago. I just saw an article talking about how there's a tabletop RPG. I don't know if they're a publisher, but they're closing shop. And, I did read the article. It's kind of, I didn't just skim the headline. And it was interesting that they're saying the reason was because of AI. And I guess Amazon has thrown some weight behind, what they are allowing from AI-generated content. And of course, that matters to me after just talking about, trying to learn the publication process for something that has taken years to write and, build up from scratch. It's not cool to think that, people are going to have AI content, which they did not write. You have an algorithm, pulling all these pieces of information together, and that can then be promoted and sold, in the same vehicle, and yet probably for less money and, with no work attached to the same thing that somebody put a lot of years into. So I'm definitely going to be a little bit more mindful as I see more stuff like that, because, I mean, you got to protect things that you've put a lot of effort into. So diving into the pop, man, I don't know why I struggle with saying the word pop and culture when I roll it off my tongue, because it's like I want to merge the words together like my brain tends to do. But on the pop culture space, so because it is May, in 2 days, we're all going to be hearing about everybody's favorite day celebrating their favorite space opera, and they're going to bust out their laser swords and their stormtrooper helmets, and it's kind of like, to me, like, oh, here we go again, break out the eye rolls. So it's kind of interesting to me that, so I'm going to, digress for a second here. Star Wars is a franchise that I love to hate on. And it's difficult because, I mean, I'm kind of flippant, sarcastic, and dismissive in a sense, but, like many others, I grew up with it, and as a child, teenager, even into college, I still really enjoyed what Star Wars used to be, and so it was influential in my upbringing. There are even a couple things about Star Wars that have proven to be inspirations, which will kind of work their way into the Firewall Protocol saga. But at the same time, though, I'm somebody who has no interest in what Star Wars currently is, and the reason I bring that up is just because I go through this phase where if I find a franchise I like, that's cool, I'm all into it. But once that franchise kind of like crosses a threshold, and this tends to be true of almost every franchise that becomes popular enough, it starts to have political agendas welded into it. And I'm sure anybody who's been paying attention to Star Wars knows that there is a difference between what it is under Disney's guidance versus before George Lucas made his exit. So I know people all across the Star Wars spectrum. I mean, there's people that say, oh, they like the classic trilogy, or they only like the George Lucas stuff, or they love the Disney stuff, or maybe they're on the one end where Star Wars can do no wrong versus the other people. And I've actually met them who say, what's a Star Wars? So, Star Wars is such a wide thing just because it's been around for so long. Additionally, I know some people who are integrated into the franchise because of working within it or have a deep passion for it from a collecting standpoint. So the thing is, it's like I don't want to be this guy who hates on other people's hobbies, but for me, because I went through that phase of having something I really enjoyed and have it turned on its head to the point of where I want nothing to do with it anymore, it's tough, you know. So I say all that to bring up the point of there's not going to be a celebration for anything related to that after May 3rd, not around here anyway. So as just kind of something fun to go into it, and you're like, okay, so what does that have to do with Ninja Gaiden? Well, it doesn't directly, but I'm gonna bring it back around. It's because Ninja Gaiden is a Japanese franchise, and product of Japan. Star Wars is kind of like the prime example of Western media, in terms of popularity. And as we've seen, I think Western media has lost its clout in terms of visual storytelling. So, I mean, and I think over the last 3 to 4 years, as I've discovered more about what Hollywood's really got going on, I have parted ways with most of what's happening. And so basically, it's almost kind of like every time, as I mentioned, every time a franchise gets large, it goes in a particular direction. And because it's happened so much in one direction, you never see it happen the other way anymore. It's not like a franchise says, hey, we're sorry, we realized that people didn't want that, we'll go back the other way. The problem is they think because of politics that they're increasing their audience when really they're shrinking their audience because they're then alienating a large group, and you'll never see it go back the other direction. So I'll be pleasantly surprised if there's a franchise I like, if it goes one way and then comes back around. But for me, because of it always going down the one path of getting larger and getting more stupid, I kind of find myself gravitating toward unknown properties, different shows, different games, and it's tougher to find new and interesting things anymore. So I'm saying that because I've kind of shifted more toward anime in recent years instead of chasing movies or any kind of shows. So this is not something new, but I have found myself watching an anime, which I think may be a year or two old at this point, called Blue Lock. And it falls into a category of like maybe 3 anime that I may have looked into and said, I'm not interested in that. That sounds dumb. And yet, of those 3, it's one I'm like, once I started watching, I was pleasantly surprised and be like, that's much better than I thought. So, obviously, we cover a lot of military style stuff, but it's also because I have a deep history with martial arts. Soccer's kind of like the one exception with sports, which I'm kind of like still have a passion for, even without having the ability to play quite so much now. And so, the reason I bring up the whole creator spectator thing is because there's a huge gamut of spectrum of where people fall in that. And sports for me is not a spectator thing. It's like I'll either play it or not at all. So for me to then dive into something from like a media standpoint and watch a sport anime, that doesn't sound very cool. But I was actually surprised. The story and the characters are really radical. Other than a couple fruitcake characters, I can't find anything to really dislike about it. And I'm like, okay, they turn this like Survivor-style soccer competition to find a key player and pitting all these characters against each other. I was actually, very, very well impressed with the nature of it. And so navigating into the waters of Japanese media and then bringing Star Wars back around, see, there is a point to all this, is that one of the other shows that I was surprised that I end up is actually now one of my top anime, and I'm one I look forward to is My Hero Academia. So that has been long running for quite some time now, and I actually have no interest pretty much in Western superhero stuff anymore. If I have stuff like My Hero Academia, because it does such abstract things with characters and still does compelling plot lines. So that actually is starting up. It's season 7 on May 4th. So yeah, there's a long diatribe to explain. Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more excited about the new release of another season of that. And don't expect me to be waving a lightsaber around. So at least I thought I'd, touch on something a little bit more pop culture oriented. So, it's got some anime stuff going on, and I know everybody's going to be talking about Star Wars over the weekend, but yeah, it won't be so much of that going on here. And I thought for some reason I had something else, but that's probably just my imagination. So here we are. We are back on Ninja Gaiden Black. We are on episode 3, which I called Tairon Terror. So we've done pretty well last couple episodes. We've done about two missions apiece, and last week we got the blimp episode done, and then landed in Tairon, the capital city of Vigor, and made our way into Han's bar, encountered Rachel, and I think tonight, if I'm on track to do two episodes, hey, we're going to do 2 episodes tonight. To do 2 missions, that should put us in the Tairon mission, and then I think possibly into the Monastery. Don't quote me on that. My memory is always very spotty. But I know at least we've got the initial mission facing off some of the military guys, and I can't remember if that puts us inside the monastery, if we got some other stuff to wrangle first. But here we go. Enough of looking at the intro cutscene. Let's cut up some goons and other stuff like that. And get you some sound, of course. I'm keeping the sound a little bit lower lately, just so I'm not fighting with it. I hope that helps. So I named the mission wrong last week. I called it Han's Bar. It was actually... Man, I can't remember the name of it. So I'm going to have to go back and double check now. Because apparently the save point is the location on the map, not actually the name of the mission. So much to keep track of if you're trying to do accurate content curation and creation. Okay, City of Fiends. All right, so I can at least hopefully remember that one. Chapter. Of course, every game's got to do something different. So if I recall, we just picked up the Lily key out of this chest. That'll open up a pathway for us. What is flying around there? Oh, that's the lights. Yeah, we're ground zero for Kmart Blue Light Special now. I was joking, we need to buy some new ninja socks. And I gotta tell you, going back to some cosplay stuff, for a couple of years, I cosplayed Ermac for Mortal Kombat, and I kid you not, walking around all day with Ninja Tabby and those socks, not super comfortable, so I hope Classic Ninjas actually had proper foot conditioning and calluses or something, because those are not designed for long-term use. At least the knockoff stuff that we get from Amazon or so on. Ah! That's not supposed to be a hallway. Dodge, you idiot. That's a great start. I was looking at the map that I didn't want to pick up. Oh, good grief. You blocked. Alright, give me a blue after that headache. I usually don't get jump scares on Ninja Gaiden. Alright, yeah, so I was looking at the map, and I'm like, that kind of looked like the corner there, and then, of course, there's guys going to be shooting at me from it. Alright, yeah, stupid map, don't care. Alright, we want this platform. We didn't jump over the edge, because this is here. We'll take that. Can we jump over? Ah, we can't. I didn't want to jump over. I was seeing if we could. Ah! Now I gotta go back in the building. Ah! There we go. Take that. Well, I'm gonna use that again, but I didn't get the chance. Alright, now can we go back inside? Is the door locked? Okay. Giant padded door. Alright. Back to the top. Okay, so this should have been the... No, they're back. we're still running the 70s. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me why this game is running more problematically than, say, MechWarrior, which is much newer. So we've kind of talked about this a little bit off the start, that they... Looks like this is what they put in here instead. So you have the classic Ninja Gaiden arcade game, probably if you get all the scarabs, or can we play it? Yeah, there's no game in it. Never mind the blinking screen. So in the very first version for the Xbox, if you get all the scarabs, you can play Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3 from the NES. So for some reason, probably licensing issues, they said, okay, well, we'll swap that out and put this in. And I believe the Sigma versions have nothing whatsoever. So it's kind of weird to be like, okay, we're taking stuff out of it. Again, that's one of the worst things about DLC if something is, or even bug fixes, if they remove something that is of advantage to the player. So that's why I keep all versions and come back through. There is actually different things. There's different nuances to them. Your stupid maps. Okay, so we've finished in here. We can now save. Hopefully these guys didn't respawn again. If I get shot in the back, we'll know. Okay, oh, they're back. That should have been a headshot. Here, have a chop. Stop that. Oh, come on. There, stab you again. There. I technically shouldn't waste time doing this, but this does put us out here where we can go get this thing again. And I'll miss. Yep, so we're not going to waste time on that. It does refill both our health and our Nympho to go use the magic Xbox, but not going to bother. I don't even know what this side little alleyway is here. There's literally nothing here, unless there's some kind of scarab I don't know about. It's a waste of time. You got all these monster closets where the enemies pop out of. Alright, back through the door with the 5 green circles. Oh, no, my bad. That's the occult eye symbol door. I don't know if we want to talk to Trader Joe. Might as well. Get off. Alright. Nothing in that alley. Bow, bow. Oh. Alright, we can upgrade the lunar. Well, we've got enough. Maybe I should probably use that at some point just for, you know, make things a little more interesting. Let's do that. Alright, no new scarabs. What do we got down here? Techniques? Nope, no techniques. Okay, we don't have... I don't want to spend on the armlets. We don't really need them yet. Having the regeneration or something else might be helpful, but doing pretty well. Haven't lost our talismans yet. Haven't really even needed much for health, so we're going to sit tight. Yeah, we're maxed. We're pretty good on health at the moment. Missing a couple lights, but we'll find more. Okay, so the only direction at the moment is probably go toward where we have the key. So we're going to head back toward where the Lily key door was. Let's actually switch up to the Lunar for a bit. I didn't even use the base version, which has no extra spiraled blades on it. Little spinny doodah. Is this where I wanted to go? Yes, it is. I'm not putting up with you guys. So here we go. Lily door with Lily key. Stop that. Boy, so this is good for a little bit more range, get a little more defense behind you, but I'm already feeling like Bit of a drag compared to my habit of using the dragon sword. Okay. So there's a little alley. Nothing too special here. A little wall run. If we're not in klutz mode. There we go. That was not nearly as difficult as the other. Told you we'd find more of those. My favorite, probably not the choice for black ninjas. Look at these guys. Get off me! Alright. Screw you guys. Barbecue you. Barbecue ninja. Give me another blue. So, I may have remarked before, you can still see him here. So this would have been a change in Sigma then, because Sigma is where they overhauled a lot of the levels. You cannot see these giant fishy, these weird fish with limbs kind of thing in the Sigma version. So the water still looks really good here. You see them swimming around, but you know, you can't jump over. It's got some nice invisible walls there. That's just one of the nuances I've noticed over the years between this and Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Alright, we got some more ninjas or something here, I think. Maybe not. Griffin, oh, Pegasus, not the Griffin key. So the Griffin key's not until like the labyrinth later. Alright. Should have been a switch somewhere. Oh, that is, it's behind the Pegasus one. Okay, so this red door, I think, gets unlocked. Yeah, let's unlock that. That now gives us access to go back to the Hans Bar, or not the Hans Bar, but that like central section. And this is completely blocked off in the new ones. I don't know why they considered that to be a shortcut, saying you can't go back and forth anymore. But that's across from the alley where we found the nunchucks, and there's no going through. Alright, so now we go find some, not find, but fight some other stuff. Yep, we're dealing with soldiers still. Not dealing with the heavy-duty ones yet. Hey, stun stick is not supposed to be giant swirly baton. Yeah, that's nice. What was that? An exhibition? What we want is emotional content. Okay, so that's going to take us down a path to go get some goodies. Okay, so the drawbridge is not unlocked yet. The switch has got to be behind the Pegasus key then, in which the Pegasus key is probably up this way. There's these clowns with grenade launchers. This one's getting a much wider spinning arc for the downward one because you can't do the flying swallow thing. Okay, so I don't think we can go through that one yet because we don't have the hammer, we don't have exploding shurikens yet. So there's pretty much no way through here. Yeah, okay. So there's two things we gotta stop for, one of which is a chest here. There's the Pegasus key, okay. The other thing is the scarab over here, which I am prone to mess this one up. See, told you. Let's try and get the wall run, but you didn't grab it. Okay, so let's try that again. Preferably without fighting these guys. They're a waste of time. Keep running. I will outrun your target zone. Yeah, not interested. I killed you guys once already. Yeah, I'm gonna fight them again. If I don't take these guys out, they'll be shooting at me. I'll try to wall run. Stop that. Interesting. I mean, this thing can at least do decapitations while swinging it around. That is one advantage. Alright, stop it. There. I'll just throw you. And stay down. Alright, there we go. Let's try this again. Again, without the oops. So, the thing is, you kind of got to angle yourself toward the wall a little bit here. Ugh, okay, and then don't jump on the third one, because otherwise you'll jump yourself right out of the alcove here. Okay, so if you want to do it to go backwards, you can do it like that. That way you don't have to run away through the other section again. Now we're just going to unlock the drawbridge. After fighting these corners. Hey! No kneeing Hayabusa to the crotch. And we shall save and overwrite. Oh, nah, see, that's why I was thinking these guys coming back to the other side this time we come back in here. That's right, face my baton of death. Hayabusa, top cheerleader in high school. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Can't believe it. It was a little slow on that one. Tie in a little Turtles reference for you. Yeah, there's about 2 or 3 times we'll end up coming back to this area. Alright, not that way. Not that way. There's another save point after the drawbridge road. Ah, see, I'm tired of fighting the same dudes over and over again. What are we doing, Galaga? Right on Throwback Night, we're gonna be playing Pac-Man. Not. Alright, you're annoying. There, try it again. Oh, you lost something. Alright, so that'll close the drawbridge. Not too concerned with that. Drawbridge Hill, that's what it was. Stop that. Ah! Stupid shurikens. Did I ever mention I hate black spider ninjas? Alright, enough of that. Gotta use the right tools for the right job. Not that. Oh, they still tagged me. Now I'm gonna get low on health there. Oh, he evaded that one off the ground. Stay down. There. I'll decapitate you from the floor. Jerks. Alright, we got Scarab here. Save point here. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we don't go this way, but I'm double checking just in case. And we come back here after the train derails, after the military base. I think this is another path, but... Oh, that's right, so I must be confusing. Sigma has a Trader Joe sitting in there, and by Trader Joe, of course, I mean Muramasa, he's in there. Okay, so this was just another path down there, but we're going to end up there by going this way anyway, after picking up some goodies, like scarabs and health. These guys better not respawn. Yeah, that's totally skipping. I don't know what I got to fix with this one. downscale it or something, because it's probably not going to be above 720p anyway. So there's one scarab. And I think this is a full health. Nope, small one. Okay, that's good. Hey, a dead end. More spider ninjas, come on out. Must be the next pass. Yeah, it's probably after the next one. And we're gonna get trapped, yep. Bring out your grenade launchers. Don't make me bust a chuck out on you. Alright, that was uneventful. So yeah, this is the path here. We would have walked down. Just took the other road to get all the other items. Okay, so we're gonna have some more black spider ninjas here. Called it. 4 this time. Oh, they brought a friend. Stop it. Hey! How did I miss and still eat an exploding shuriken? These things are nasty because even if you... I mean, you gotta block if you get stuck with one. Even then, it still gives you knockback. Ugh. Evil. Cannot die fast enough. Alright. Little alley here. I think this might be the big one. Yep, large health. And we're full, so I can't even use one. Or if it does allow us to, it's for nothing. Ah! You idiots. I thought there was... Can I go this way? Okay. No scarab. That's weird. He just, like, disappeared. So... Nope, they're there. Now they respawn. Look at this. Kunai happy. Stop it. This ain't a gymnastics class. Ah, see, look, there we go. Knockback. And you still take damage, even if you block after you've been stuck with it. Ugh. Evil. Yeah, take that. Get ahead in life. Don't respawn in just because I walked backwards. Alright. We are about to fight the next boss. And man, this thing was so difficult when getting acclimated to this game. Trying to figure out all the patterns and stuff. Alright, so we got some thugs. Some of the SWAT dudes. And so now we get locked in. There we go. Now they panic. Doesn't even show us where they come from. We're in a high-walled arena, and this thing just pops up out of nowhere. Unless the implication is the one that we killed turned into one, but doesn't quite seem to be the case. Boo. Wow, you got some bad breath. Even my screen went blurry. Alright. Wish I had the Dablar right about now. I don't think the Lunar's going to do anything for us. We're just going to do this old-fashioned way. That's not it. And stab. And hop. And sort of stab. And nothing. Ugh. I mean, the good thing is at least the jumping off their back is auto-tracking. You don't have to do anything special for that. Same thing for the downward strikes, because it's going to have a much harder time than it already does. Oh, come on over here. I'll keep jumping off you like Mario. Koopa Troopa. See ya. I guess my only other recourse here is if I can get far enough away and still see them coming, then that doesn't give me enough time. Because they end up rolling. Yeah, Yeah, that's a, I don't know if there's anything more effective other than wasting a bunch of... Well, actually, you couldn't even get very many Nympho hits unless you spent all your money on, the Great Devil Elixirs to replenish the Nympho. See, I can't even get the full hit on them. They don't take those combo things, apparently. Oh, you want to play? Oh, that'll work. Just hit him. That's it. Cue the tentacle monster of doom.
You're much more powerful than just a human.
My strength comes from training, not from some curse in my blood.
Are you sure?
Are you so sure of that? I was convinced once that my blood was pure, but then I saw what my pure blood was capable of.
Yeah, my sister, she got vaccinated.
My twin sister was cursed and twisted into a greater fiend.
They're gonna throw some pure blood references around 20 years ahead of time. I guess we might as well retroactively throw some vaccine jokes in there.
He led her down the path of evil, and she succumbed. Fiends are pitiful beings, destined to live forever, slaves to the forces of evil. And there's only one way to release them.
To kill them.
That's why I became a hunter. To kill my sister. To kill Alma. Beneath this monastery, there is...
What? Oh, there's the tentacle monster. This thing used to be so difficult, now it's just like a cakewalk. Look at that. Ripped them apart. 50% health, no problem. Give me that blue. Now, the problem is, by using the Nympho, of course I don't get credit, the points afterwards, but it's okay. We're gonna do it the fun way. Oh, there's red. Just gives red. Never mind. We'll be okay. Okay. Don't add stupid nonsense to my screen. Bye-bye. You dead. Save the girl from the goo.
Was that a fiend's well?
I've never seen one like that before. Something strange. So many of them.
Just popping out of a vacuum of
Ione.
flower blossoms.
Running errands for Mirai again, I see.
The boldness of the Fiends is the work of the Dark Dragon. It is a cursed blade, bestowing an unfathomable strength on those wicked enough to wield it. As we speak, its power is growing.
That would explain the stirring in my blood.
Blood. It dominates all humankind, assisted by the power of the Fiends.
Ione, take care of Rachel.
Understood.
What do I look like, a medevac?
I've heard there is a hidden path under the monastery that leads to the Emperor's palace. Doku will also be there.
Yeah, we'll deal with that in chapter 15. Give or take.
Ganoff. So the Dark Dragon grows in power with each killing.
Of that there is no doubt, my excellency.
Then I have arrived just in time.
Yes, my excellency. As always, I provide you with only the most reliable information.
The blade grows stronger and faster than I had expected.
What a couple of clowns. Yeah, no Ninpo, scrub ninja status. No bonus for time. You are head ninja. You go clean latrine. Jokes are a lot better when you don't stutter on them. Alright. So this is the magnificent hole in the wall that you kind of see from the cutscene, so they must have been looking at us from way up there. Okay, let's cook this stuff first. Take that. How are we doing on those? We got 4. And we got 2 more here. Alright. Still got 3 scarabs to give them a masa. Yeah, now we can take that because we used the other one. How does it hover like that? It's not connected to anything. Oh, I missed perfect opportunity for something on that one. Not that, but during the cutscene. A little slow on the wit sometimes. Yeah, I guess we'll take that. We might need it. Yeah, we haven't busted out the chucks yet. Let's see how the chucks do on the bats. Flail's much better, but we'll sit here and make it fun. We'll get some bat chucks. Smack them around a little. If it doesn't kill them, just knock them out of the air. Ninja fly swatter. Alright, so this room has the little wall thing you need to do in order to get back up here. There's Trader Joe. Take these dang scarabs. Give us something fun. 9. No upgrades, and we're good. Keep stockpiling that essence bank. Alright. These guys not so impervious to chucks. Or more so impervious to chucks, I guess. This will take forever. It's like a spanking utility with a string in between it. Oh. This is just ridiculous. Let me hit you 50 times, maybe you'll die. Come on there, Bruce Leroy. Man, I've only seen that movie once. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's been a long time since The Last Dragon. Not saying that's a recommendation unless you're just looking for utterly ridiculous old school martial arts stuff. Bruce Leroy. Hey, look, he's probably got a map or something. Well, too bad I didn't keep him from getting lost. Alright, so if I go out the door, it unlocks it. I don't want to go out the door. Nope. We'll do all that later. Okay. Textures haven't necessarily aged the best, but I know I remarked our first playthrough, the other one, is just, you know, some of the techniques they did to make this level is really cool. Still so shiny and pretty looking. We are not using the chucks on those guys. I'll tell you that right now. Alright, this one. Anything we want? Sure. So yeah, the remark was that they've doubled up the level geometry so it actually is inverted and points downward to give you the reflection before you now have your physical PBR, your physical based rendering for current techniques with all the like Unreal Engine and all that stuff these days. Unreal, Unity, and so on. So I can fight these guys now, but we still have to contend with them later. We have to go this way to go up through the archives, but there's no... crate or no chest to kick open. I'm not gonna go that way yet. Let's go deal with the stupid black spider ninjas. That's an interesting security system. We keep everything open until somebody walks into the room. Oh, it's not the ninjas. Yeah, that's on the second time through. Definitely gotta use the flying sparrow on these guys. They're so obnoxious of being in the air. And of course, they just want to shank it with a giant scythe, whatever. I used to always pronounce that one wrong. Kind of catch him down with these and drop on that one. There's a blue one up there. Give me blue, give me blue. That's weird. Those doors just magically knew when there's nobody else in the room anymore of ethereal nature. Yeah, history lesson on Vigor. The great Vigor. Oh, probably not the same Vigor. Okay, I should have a scarab, some exploding kunai. Listen, ninja, don't be climbing all over the furniture. What's wrong with you? Alright, the other piece of the tablet we need for the twin serpent thing, back when we first landed off the blimp. Exploding kunai. I've got that completely wrong. Excuse me, incendiary shuriken. Oh, look, a glass case with nothing in it. Look at this. Look at this guy. You can't take him anywhere. He just automatically climbs all over the table.
Unbelievable.
Oh, was that another book? Yep. Book 4. And book 4 again. I think one other is redundant. No, some other stupid nonsense. Some other pseudo-pagan reference. Alright, now we need our incendiary shuriken. Here, take that wall. This is revenge for all the black spider ninjas on us. Wow. So dramatic. No point in wasting arrows or other things. Stop that. Hey, quit teleporting all over the place. Yeah. Wow, you look at the full animation, we get a whole 2 hits out of it. Or at least it says 13 hits, that may have been from the combo, but yeah, he's like going to town on the wall trim. Okay. So some of this we can get, some of this we can't. Or at least we may not be able to carry it all. I'm trying to remember the order here. Yeah, so we're gonna fight more of those monk things in the room, then we're gonna drop down and fight the ones after we put the book on the pedestal. We can't be possibly fighting... No, we don't fight Alma till later, I'm pretty sure, so... By the time this place gets exploded, I don't think we'll have access to all these, so that's what I'm trying to contemplate whether or not I should even bother. Drop down. Drop down the right place, though. Yeah, those guys. See, we didn't fight them yet. They're just chilling over there. Could've, but... No more of that one. Okay, I'll leave that one alone. That one might be accessible. We'll find out. Ah, no, dummy. That's why ninjas aren't secret agents. They don't necessarily pass the intel test. so one of these is the Great Devil Elixir. I think the Scarab's over on the left. Okay, we can actually take that one, but it doesn't do us a whole lot of good since we still don't have our other Nymphos yet. Okay, so let's not dip the jump here. Let's not hit the railing. Ah, let's see, this is why this camera's so jank. There we go. Okay. And here is the most wonderful security system ever, where the guy constantly writes his passcode in his diary. So 2712, left, right, left. So you gotta remember the buttons to hit correctly. 2712. Left, right, and left. Oh look, a book. Oh, now we fight stuff. Now the real security system kicks in. Soon a chiropractor to the rescue. I'll fix your neck injury real quick. I can't feel my neck anymore. Oh yeah, that's because it's no longer there. Your skull now screwed up my jokes already. Your skull now connects directly to your clavicle. Stop that. Listen, Scorpion Tail. I'm done with you. Give me a blue. Right. Oh, another one. That's fantastic. See your shadow. Where's my shadow? Oh, stop that. Now I gotta use health. I disapprove. It's a big one, so okay, so never mind. Hey, I'm trying to read the journal here. Okay, so I think if we read this, it's the same thing. Yep. Okay, this, the raptor statue, is for later. Yes, look, it glows. We'll use it for a ninja nightlight. Alright, we can't go down here yet.
Subterranean. What's that? Something like underground?
I should have used that. That's the one I wanted to use when she was talking about underground stuff. Okay, now we can go fight the other two that are just chilling out here. I'll leave the other one alone. Actually, I don't remember the brown guys popping out if, I think it's just the other two big ones if you walk out here normally. Man, those guys warp fast. Take that. Yeah, stay on the ground. Somebody else? Yeah. Alright, nothing else to see here. Put the book up on the table. Huh, who wants to go down the creepy tunnel first? Boop! Oh, that music changed drastically. Okay, so I think this is the end of the level here, and I'm going to keep it brief, just because it gets late. Sometimes things are best served in bite-sized morsels, not necessarily bat guts from Ninja Fallout, but let's keep it at a couple missions apiece, especially since progress has been pretty solid. Oh look, another map, which we still won't use. Alright, so we got some incendiaries. So... where's the breakpoint for the next level? If it's not the end, we have to... because I think we're supposed to have... no, it's not the end yet. Okay. Course correction. We'll see how I do on this. Oy! Don't want to be doing... I'd rather be doing this with a fresh brain, but... alright, now we gotta bust out the shurikens. Sounds a little obnoxious. A little left, right, left action here. There we go. Temple of Doom style. Oh, good job, Ninja. Left, maybe? Right? Yep. Oh, yeah, the left, right, left is on the pillars. Uh-oh, gonna get squashed. All because of that the one mess up. And it's gonna drag behind a little bit there. Okay. Wall run. Oh, you idiot. Okay. There we go. That was bad. I'm gonna jump right into him. Crunch. Alright. If I run out of shurikens, then we got a problem. Now we gotta jump. It's a little too short. Yeah, double jump. Ooh. Thumb sliding on the thumbstick. I remember the last batch here. Oh, is that it? I made it. Never mind. How lovely, some bats have come to greet us. Yeah, we'll save over that. Oh, wonderful. Remember here. I thought there was a breakpoint somewhere between. Getting the thing, oh no. Dead Ninja is dead. Great. If I gotta go all the way down, fight the goons in that room with the chalice, come back up, fight the boss. I don't know if I'm gonna make it all the way through that part tonight. Fighting all the undead things with their giant mallets and stuff is taxing. Mostly just because it's not that interesting. It's kind of redundant after a while. Fighting the boss is fun, but... there. That's what it looks like when you actually do it correctly. Instead of jumping off the edge. Oh, yeah, so I totally jumped off the wrong section. That's what's going here. I'll go to this. Do we have a save point at the bottom, or is it all the way down? I should use the health. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. Listen, squealies. Stop. Okay, it's gonna drop all the way up the cliff. That would be bad. Okay, takes care of them. We'll bring the Holy Grail back and fight Rando Zombie Dinosaur later. Okay, down we go. Fighting these stupid things. Here, have an exploding shuriken and miss. There we go, right in your eye. Alright, definitely want the shuriken for this one. Something's a little easier. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, it is. Well, hey! Get that thing off of me. Ooh, red. That helps. Sort of. Okay. Maybe get this. Do I get this stuff now or on the way back? Let's go for it now. Nope. We'll get it on the way back. For the scarab. Save point. I think we're gonna pause there. I'll get the rest of that on next time. Totally wimping out tonight. Trying to think. Yeah, because we gotta go all the way down the elevator. Fight the giant room, come back up, fight the boss. So I guess I won't get quite two missions done tonight. That's okay. Of course, can't load the menu. Okay, that'll do it for tonight. So if you're still hanging out watching with us, hit those likes, shares, follows, subscribes, red pills, tell a friend, read an article. I don't know. Come up with something fun. But anyway, so we'll be back in action for Sandbox Sunday, continuing on with Mercenaries 2 on Sunday, 7 p.m. Still working on our Last Land Standing schedule. We're due for episode 4, hopefully sometime in May. Trying to hammer some stuff out with our guests, see where that goes. But it'd be good if I can get that in there, because I don't want to go too long without one if our guests are available. But I know it takes a little bit to coordinate a few people. But that's all I got for now. So thanks for joining us. Have a good one, and we'll see you later.